Hello everyone and welcome back to the penultimate match here of the top half of the last 16. Got one more match after this, but the first one is Nicole David, the number 6 seed, against Annie Au of Hong Kong, who's the number 9 seed. Well, Annie Au, established player from Hong Kong. Of course, she's number 9 in the world at the moment. She has been as high as 6. She got to the second round here last year. Best she's ever done at the US Open was in 2011, where she got to the quarterfinals. Beat Joey Chan, her compatriot, 3-love in the first round. Pretty solid performance downstairs on traditional courts. Just 36 minutes in duration. Had a day off, so she'll be fresh as a daisy going into this matchup. Been busy so far. She's played 3 tournaments already. Considering we're only like a month or so into the season. So very busy time for Annie Au. She's up against a bit of a nemesis for her. Nicole David, the number 6 seed, has achieved so much in the game. A real role model for many squash players around the world. Absolute superstar in her home country of Malaysia. She is, of course, 34 years old now. She's got to 102 finals in total and won an incredible 81 of them. She's been pretty busy this season as well already. She played China Open, where she lost in the quarterfinals to Joelle King 3-2, and then was runner-up against Sarah Jane Perry at the Net Suite just last week. Of course, she went 2-love up in that match.
Time.
She came through against Donna Urquhart of Australia, 3-1 in her first round match. Of course, she's a 3 times winner of the US Open. Well, got a treat in store for everyone. It is, in fact, it's a bit of a sad moment, isn't it? Because it's the last match that you're going to be commentating on, Amanda Toby.
I know, I was just about to say that. It's been an exciting 3 days.
Emotional.
You know? Very emotional. You know, I might cry myself to sleep tonight.
Celebrating.
Knowing that I won't be commentating with you.
Yeah, exactly, that's what I mean. We'll be popping the champagne open and all sorts.
No, it's sad tears, not happy tears.
Play begins.
It's nice to hear, Southport.
Last match. What is this, the 4th nickname that I have now?
15 seconds
Yeah.
remaining.
Just seeing how many ways I could introduce you.
2017 US Open presented by Macquarie Investment
The New
Management.
York Clip. That's your
Women's round 2
commentator's
match. Annie
nickname, I reckon.
Au of Hong Kong
The
to
New York
serve.
Lip.
Nicole David of Malaysia to
As in
receive.
Lippy. You're Lippy.
Best of 5 games.
I don't know how much
Love all.
I'm a fan of that one.
I didn't think you would be.
No. We'll stick to Southpaw and the other various nicknames that
That's
you
what
have.
Muhammad Ali's nickname was. You know that. The Louisville Lip.
I did not, but you know you learn something new every day.
That was when he was called Cassius Clay. He was called that. Well, Annie Au really struggles against Nicole David, generally. They've met 17 times. How many times do you reckon Annie Au has beaten David?
I'm going to go with 0.
Yep. Know your stuff. And it's actually been, last time she got a game off her was at the Malaysian Open in the quarterfinals back in 2012.
Wow. It's a long time ago.
That's 9 matches they've had in a row that's been 3-love. Be interesting though, because she's got Chris Robertson in her corner for this match.
Oh yeah, I heard that. He's
Yeah.
moved to Hong Kong, so that
Yeah.
should be interesting. Maybe it's
Yep.
been a good change for her.
England's loss is
yeah.
Hong Kong's gain.
Exactly.
Should be a good dynamic in the corner actually between these two, because Chris Robertson is very animated. He'll be flinging his arms around all over the place. And I reckon Annie Au will just keep a ridiculously straight face, just staring at him, wondering what he's doing.
Well, I never see Annie really making much, showing much emotion, so yeah, it is, like you said, quite the dynamic duo.
2-love.
Well, she started off well here. 2-love up. What do you think she's got to do against Nicole David to sort of turn it around and break that down?
I was just about to ask you this.
Well, I got in there first, so.
Well, the thing is,
3-love.
Annie Au's game is a very lob drop game, and so it's effective against a lot of players, but I generally don't think it's going to be that effective against Nicole, and which is why she struggles so much. Someone against Nicole, you have to play at a faster pace and use a lot of hold variation.
Yeah, you have to twist and turn her, stop her movement a bit, don't you?
Exactly, and Annie's drop shots are really precise, and you know where it's going, and it's really good, but at the same time, you do know where it's going, and Nicole her speed is quick enough to get there.
Positive start for Al, though. Give her a bit of self-belief. 4-love. That's a great lift. Of course, it's something that she needs to think about is the fact that she does like to lift, but it's also a confidence shot for Nicole David. When Nicole David's playing well, she's so good up on that backhand volley. Well, it's all Annie Au here.
Well, I don't think you can get a better start from
5
Annie right
love.
now. Especially as they turned up the AC again. So it might suit Annie's game.
It actually broke down, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. So maybe they cranked it just to make sure there's no humidity on the floor anymore.
Well, these two would feel at home, wouldn't they? Because it feels very tropical. It's like 90 degrees, 90% humidity in Hong Kong half the time.
Yeah, well, it's definitely 90% humidity today.
Yeah, it's outrageous, isn't it, in Philadelphia?
And out.
Well, first point on the board for Nicole
1-5.
David.
With
2-5.
not quite within reach for Al. Could
If in
maybe
doubt,
be her.
don't bother.
I think Al realized that it was just too wide.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, let. 2-5.
It's good to see, isn't it? A bit of sort of animated oomph from Annie Au in her movement.
Down.
Well, that's good, because I wonder if she has a big mental
And
block
out,
against Nicole, too.
6-2.
I mean, after losing every single time, do you go in there feeling, oh, man, I'm going to lose again, or do you go in there feeling a bit,
Today's
more
my day.
hopeful? Yeah. Or 18th time's the charm.
7-2.
I think obviously if you're coaching Annie Au, you got to work with what she does and work with her strengths. But I think what you can do is give her direction in terms of if a ball goes here, look to do this to set up
3-7.
that, so to speak, rather than, I don't think you can sort of make it, you can't suddenly go, right, you got to hold the ball, you got to whip it around her, and you got to flick the ball and hit it hard and low a lot, because that just won't work for her, would it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it's definitely too late to change her game or change her technique, but you got to work with what she has, and she has an impeccable lob drop game, so.
Well, she's on fire here.
And out.
Bit of a fist pump
8-3.
from Annie Au.
I love that. A little bit of an emotion. What was the nickname you had for her?
Mighty Mouse.
Mighty Mouse. Well, she's very mighty right now.
Yeah, exactly. More might, less mouse.
Down. 9-3.
Well, of course, the fact that the court is fairly cold again now, and it's going to have to stay that way because we saw what happened with the humidity as soon as the aircon wasn't on. It could actually really suit Annie Au with the odd lob drop game.
Yeah, I think if there ever was a time, now's the time for Annie to take full advantage of it, because I don't think you're going to get more perfect condition that's not in Hong Kong.
Oh, she was there. She'd read it.
She
And
had
out.
that too.
4-9.
Just went through the hole in her racket.
Yeah. Bit of a whiff at the ball.
Yes, let. 4-9.
Thought the ball went past her. It's a bit of
Yeah.
a generous let.
I think so. I agree with you.
Oh, for once you agree with the call that I that I made. Thank you.
I don't disagree with you very often. It's just you let me go
And out.
first and explain it, generally.
10-4, game ball.
Well, this is really positive stuff from Annie right now.
Well, that's brilliant. 6 game balls for Al.
Down. And out, 5-10, game ball. Down.
Well, the ball going into the
11-5
tin from Nicole
game
David.
Al.
Fairly
Al leads
positive
1
in that
game to
last
love.
rally, but finding the tin, and it's Annie Al that's done all the playing in that first game. 9 minutes in duration, 11-5 for Al from Hong Kong, and she leads Nicole David by 1 game to love.
Well, that was a great start for Annie Al. Right now being the attacking player, putting Nicole under a lot of pressure, moving her corner to corner, and then putting in her impeccable drop shots and using the height on the front wall with her lob drop game. Nicole just a little bit flat and not really attacking too much, and so we'll see. I'm sure she'll come back a bit stronger the second game. See how Annie copes. Annie leads 1 game to love.
Ladies, 60 seconds until play resumes.
After this match, Travel Belmont moves into the new Women's Ranking Series. All women's rankings are buy one, get one free.
Thirty seconds remaining. Seconds. Al leads 1 game to love. Love all.
Ashlyn Blake came up with another nickname
Ooh, what was that?
for Joelle King. The Thoroughbred.
The Thoroughbred.
Mm.
Down. One
I
love.
don't know how. Just call her the Kiwi. Is Aisling just referring to Joelle, saying that she looks like a horse?
Well, a thoroughbred one.
Okay, so at least the nicest of
Two
the
love.
nicest horses. Sort of like a backhand compliment.
Well, I don't think I would tell her.
She's really stepping in my way.
Yes, that Miss Au. I need you to give your opponent a clear path to ball after you strike the ball. You're moving into your opponent's line.
It's funny, I've
Yes,
played Ow before, and for someone so small, she does block quite a bit.
Three love.
Well, that's incredible stuff from Al.
Yeah, I mean, she's playing some great attacking squash, really positive stuff.
Not up.
Well, the thing, the ball is staying incredibly short, like
love.
that backhand drop shot there. Means it's just out of the stretch of Nicole David.
Yeah, it's weird. Nicole just doesn't look as attacking as we've seen in previous matches. I mean, Annie obviously has her under a lot of pressure, but
Yeah.
she's making some careless errors.
Five love. Down. Six love. And out.
Well, David
1-6.
finally gets on the board.
Down. 2-6. Down. 3-6.
Well, a bit of a mini fight back here from Nicole David.
I don't know why she has to dig herself a 6-love hole.
Not up.
It's just very punishing, isn't it?
And
As
out
soon
is
as Al gets an
7-3.
opportunity, she's using the drop shots really well, and the ball is staying incredibly short.
I think Al's just annoyed that the match prior to hers was delayed, and she's probably hungry for dinner and wants to just come off and eat some rice and noodles and
Down. Pickup. Video referee, can you please take a look at the pickup?
We're just going to have a look at the pickup here. this one at the
I
front.
think that looks double.
Do you? What?
I'm going with double.
David. It's almost like on a half volley.
I thought it was a half volley off the double.
Yeah. I'm useless at these. I've got to admit it. Absolutely no idea.
I think I'm 97.7%.
Yeah, look, it's bounced.
Double.
It's bounced. That's
It's
a double.
double.
Yeah, it's a double. Hawkeye Toby spotted it a mile off.
They say I have 20/20 vision.
The ball's not up.
You've just proven it, I think.
8.
Well,
I'll tell you what, that's brilliant. Once they actually started going back and forth there, you could see it really clearly. Couldn't see it that clearly before. I couldn't, personally. I know you could. Our director got that just right that time.
Handout 4-8.
Well, and he still has a 4-point lead in this second game. Nicole seems relaxed. She doesn't even seem very bothered by it.
Oh, she is volleying like an absolute demon here. Well, I reckon this is the best I've ever seen Annie Au play.
9-4.
You know, I think 18th might be the charm. Pretty sure both are.
How do you think she'll handle it when she starts to get to the finishing line if she keeps this going? Do you
It will
reckon
be really interesting to see because it's easy to get overexcited, as Annie's a very animated player.
Handout 5-9.
Well, again, brilliant play from
And out.
Annie Au, mixing it up
10-5
really well into
game
those front
ball.
corners.
This is some unreal stuff from Annie. Yeah, this is probably one of the best matches that I've seen her play.
She's got 5 game balls to take a 2-love lead here. Well, there it is. That's not coming back.
She only needs one.
5 game to Au.
Outrageous
leads
backhand
2
volley
games to
drops
love.
going on from Au. So 9 minutes second game, 11-5, just like the first. 2-love for Annie Au. Nicole David has it all to do here.
Well, that's another amazing game by Annie Au. Really putting Nicole under a ton of pressure, just volleying everything and looking to cut off the ball and put Nicole in the back corners with her lobs. And then look, first opportunity just to go front with the drop shot, her lethal Annie Au drop shot. So we'll see how Nicole responds. She's got a hole to come out of, but Annie's 2-love up.
$60 seconds until play resumes. 15 seconds. Al leads 2 games to love. Love all.
Well, let's see if Annie Au can close this match out. Uncharted territory for Annie Au. Never won 2 games off Nicole David.
Well, there's always a first.
Yep.
Might as well be today. Could be the switching of Chris Robertson coming to Hong Kong.
Well, he'll tell you that. 100%.
Oh, and what a drop shot by Annie right there.
One
Love
love.
to see that. I don't think you're going to get any more perfect of a drop from that.
Onto it really early. Bit of a masterclass so far. But that's going to be put away, isn't it, all day long?
2 love.
David just doesn't seem herself either on there, does it? The body language is fairly forlorn at the moment.
Yeah, she seems out of sorts. But Annie Au probably has the deadliest lob serve on tour. I've been on the receiving end, and it's not pleasant.
Look at that lob drop combo going on. Well, it'd be between her and Emily
Yes,
Whitlock for the best serve, lob serve, I'd say.
I think Annie Au wins.
2 love. Three love. Down.
Oh,
And out 1-3.
Nicole David needed that point.
Thought it was looking similar to the first 2 games with Annie racing out to a 5-love, 6-love lead.
If that snuck up, I think should have won the point there as well. Yeah, wicked little boast from David.
2-3.
I think that's what Nicole needs. She needs to be attacking a bit more. She's just way too passive and just retrieving on the back end of most rallies.
Yeah, I think she has to starve Annie Au from those volleyable areas. And then, like you say, as soon as she gets that chance, just go for something. That has worked time and time again. The backhand drop from Al resulting in a cross court from David, going straight onto the forehand volley of Annie Au.
Yeah, that's her 1-2 punch pretty much. And she follows up the drop shot nicely for the volley.
Well, with 1-2 punches like that, she might be after the Southpaw nickname.
No, I'm sorry. Oh, shoot. She's a lefty as well. But she's not from Boston, so that's taken.
5-2.
Sorry. You think Annie can kind of see the finish line right now, or is she in her stone cold killer Annie mode?
Well, she looks like she's just in stone cold killer Annie mode.
Would you like to try that again?
Nope. But she just looks like she's completely in the zone here. I'm not sure anything's going to phase her or knock her off her stride.
I'd be very curious to see if we get like a very big cry of emotion or
Well, I tell you
double
what,
fist pump.
this would be a huge moment for her if she does convert this.
Hand out. 3-6.
You can just hear Nicole trying to hit the ball a bit harder to get away from Annie's volley.
She just can't
And
get
out.
forwards to those shots, though.
7-3.
Absolutely perfect so far from Annie Au. Got the game plan off to the tee.
Absolutely.
And out. 4-7.
Wow, what a shot that is. What do you think?
The ball's down.
Oh, it is down. Oof.
Ball's down. It hit the top of the tin.
Well, I thought it was an outrageous shot.
I thought that was really good too, but
And you've got 20/20 vision.
5-7.
yeah, so
right.
that means it was definitely good. Oh, maybe it did
Yeah,
flop the top of the
it
tin.
did. Yeah.
Looked a bit dodgy.
Well,
I think Nicole needed that point
Yeah.
too.
seems
That
that
makes
Aaron
it-
Ford has got better than 20/20 vision eyesight.
It's debatable.
Well, people thought it was impossible, but
6-7.
well, all of a sudden, Nicole David is in within 1 point of Al.
Just when you thought it was going to be a massive victory for Al. Can't write Nicole off just yet.
Yeah. And out. 8-6.
Good to see Annie still keeping her composure.
Yeah, it's a nice kill. Good flattening from Al on that forehand.
It's good that she's still attacking and not getting a bit defensive during this time. I mean, you have
Well,
to.
yeah, I mean, if she sat back, then she'd play right into the hands of Nicole David.
Just notice the difference between Annie's drop shots versus Nicole's sometimes. Annie's is just so far up forward, whereas Nicole's is very safe and tight, but much higher up on the front wall.
Down.
Well, Annie did her best to actually get through
And
and play
out.
that ball. It was a bit of
7-8.
interference. Slight shift here, though, isn't there, in these rallies?
Yeah, Nicole looking a bit more positive, and she's the one stepping up and getting in front of
8-all.
Annie Au.
Yeah, nice trickle boast.
9-8.
Generally believe if Nicole wins this game, she'll win the match. That's my prediction.
You've been 100% with your predictions so far.
10-8. Game ball.
I'm going to have to agree with you on that.
Yeah, nice shot. Working so well for Al. Saves
you
one
have
of those game balls.
9-10.
Here, come on from
game
Annie
ball.
right there. I think she wants to finish this in 3.
Wow. It's a great rally. Well played, Annie Au.
That was
10
great
all.
stuff from Annie.
Player must win by 2
That's really
points.
impressive.
Each player has 1 review available.
Actually loving the way that she's getting that backhand drop in and looking for that forehand follow-up immediately. I feel that David could actually utilize the straight lob because she knows that she's being set up for that forehand drive.
Down. And out 11-10, game ball.
So another game ball for David. Can it be third time lucky?
Out. 12-10, game to David. Al leads 2 games to 1.
Well, a bit of a rush of blood to the head from Aniao in that last shot. Good fight back from Nicole David. Looked like she was down and out for a lot of that third game. 12-10, 11 minutes, and she's clawed one back. She now trails Aniao by 2 games to 1.
Well, just when we thought that Annie had it in the bag, Nicole started to wake up the ferocious dragon that she is and started to pick up the tempo and be a bit more aggressive in her shots. Annie ahead in the majority of the game with her deadly drop shots, but Nicole can't write her off. Manages to get 1 game back.
Ladies, 60 seconds until play resumes. Thirty seconds remaining.
Well, Nicole obviously eager not to let the ball be dead when she comes on court.
Yeah, Aniao should just hit one and lob it back, shouldn't she?
15 seconds.
Well, if I was Annie, I'd just pick up the ball and practice drops until the time ran out.
Ao leads 2 games to 1. David to serve. Love all.
Let's see if David can carry on that vein of form that sort of get herself back into that third game. Yeah, it's a nice shot.
1 love.
Body language completely different from David now.
Out.
It's like we're looking at a different David from when we saw the first
2
2
love.
games. Very similar to Reem and Holly's match yesterday.
Down. And out. 1-2.
Shocking drop shot there from David.
Actually, there's a Twitter message come in saying that they'd like you to say what you mean a bit more.
Not up.
About the shocking drop shot.
2
Or
all.
about what? Said a lot of things these past few days.
3-2.
Well, important 3 points in a row for Annie out.
Yeah, lucky Nick right there. I think a little gift for Annie.
Never look a gift horse in the mouth. Do you know where that's come from, that saying?
No,
3-all.
which
Never
is
look
probably why I didn't respond. Where does it come from?
No, I didn't think you were interested, so.
No,
was
I
gonna
am.
leave
I'm
it.
intrigued now that you brought it up and mentioned it quite a few times now.
Only mentioned
And
it
out
once.
4-3.
Yeah, but you repeatedly kept mentioning it as if you wanted to tell me about it. So please, by all means, the floor is yours.
I think it comes from, you know, when the Greeks were trying to invade Troy, and you know they gave him a wooden horse and pretended to leave, and obviously all the soldiers were hiding in the horse. That's where it's come from. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Up. 5-3.
Well, we're going to have to check up the validity of that story. But if I'm wrong, and it's another reason, then I think it's pathetic. They should have actually gone with my theory. Can't believe that. It's wrong. It's about looking at the horse's teeth.
And out.
Why would you do that?
4-5.
There is a saying to do with the Trojan horse, though, and I think it's beware of Greeks bearing gifts.
Down.
I think you might need to take a history class.
5-all.
I love history as well. I'm just not very good at sayings. I think we should concentrate on the squash.
Well, it is neck and neck here in the fourth game.
Yes, lad. 5-all. Right. Thank you. Yes, lad. 5-all. Down. 6-5.
Well, impeccable counter drop shot from Nicole here. Neck and neck.
That's nice, 6-5.
Down.
Ooh, Annie read that as well.
Well, it's twice, isn't it, now on that
7-5.
backhand where she's seen the volley really early.
At least she made contact with the racket this time.
Eight, 5. Yes, lad. 8-5. Down. 9-5.
Well, Sobes, looks like you could be correct here. Might
Well-
be going to 5.
Down.
Not if
And out.
Nicole keeps hitting those kind of
6-9.
drop shots, but she does have herself quite a big lead in this 4th game.
Down.
Had her
Wendy
up.
Howe managed to duck underneath the ball,
And
but
out,
then didn't get up in
10-6,
time
game
to
ball.
get the drop shot in. See the duck. Wry smile from Annie Howe, but 4 game balls for Nicole David.
Video referee decision.
I feel like she called that before she was even at the ball.
So I think she was very keen to get this point. I think she's got let ball at best.
Yeah, absolutely. At best.
Yeah, there's a case for actually having to play that. Could be a no let, you know.
I mean, she went through it by the time she actually got to the ball.
Yeah, I think I won't be surprised if this doesn't come in as a no let. I mean, what could she hit her with? The follow through, maybe?
Yes,
Not
let.
even.
That'd be the
barely.
only case for a
10-6,
yes let there,
game
though, wouldn't
ball.
it?
Well, that was a good change up by Annie Howe.
And out,
Normally you just expect
7-10,
the
game
forehand
ball.
straight drop.
Still 3 game balls, though, for Nicole David.
I don't think that one's going to be let.
Don't think she's asking, is she?
8-10, game ball. Down.
Well, a couple of
11,
bad decisions there
game
from
to
Annie Howe.
David.
Cost her
Two
in that
games
last
all.
rally. So 10-minute 4th game, 11-8 for Nicole David. We're all square. 2 games apiece after 46 minutes of play.
Well, it was neck and neck in the first half of this 4th game, really. Nothing between them. Annie back to her winning points with her drop shots, and Nicole having some good shots on her own, but few winners from Nicole and a couple errors from Annie, and Nicole ties it up 2-all.
Ladies, 60 seconds until play resumes. Thirty seconds remaining. 15 seconds. Two games all. David to serve.
Well, here we are, fifth and final game.
all.
Also my final game of commenting this weekend.
You hope.
I hope. Well, hopefully everyone loves me and they want me back.
Exactly, that's what I mean, so it's only this weekend.
Yes. But I also hope
Down.
I'll be back playing and you guys can
One
watch
love.
me.
Well,
And
dead
out.
as a dodo, that
1
drop
all.
shot from Annie out.
It's like she showed drive, but went drop.
Not up. And out, 2-1. And out, 2-all.
Yeah, it's a wicked little shot from Annie out.
3-2.
They're getting that little cross-court kill back.
I think that's the first cross-court kill we've seen from Annie Au. The little cross-court flick. She does that quite well. Surprised she hasn't used that more this match.
She's saving it for a crucial moment.
I'm waiting for you to say that.
Four two.
This is positive stuff from Annie.
It's a point to me.
It's a point to Miss David for the loss of equipment.
Yeah. What was that? Actually dropped off.
And out, 3-4.
I have no idea.
It's an unfortunate time to lose a piece of equipment, isn't it? 4-2 up. Of course, soon as you drop anything other than the racket, you lose the point, don't you?
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, well played. Good attacking squash from Annie out.
I think she had to
Five,
redeem
and
herself
out,
after that
5-3.
little equipment mishap. Well, that's a
And
great
out.
volley drop shot from David right there.
Trying to
4-5.
fire herself up, isn't she, David?
Annie responds right back with one of her
About
own.
6-4. and out.
Absolutely zero chance
5-6.
for Al to go and get this.
Very fortunate bounce for Nicole.
Out. And out. 7-5.
Doing well anyhow, because it'd be very easy to stop believing from 2-love up against someone that you've never beaten.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's easy to get dejected, and I thought she did seem a bit dejected, but, you know, she's on a mission this 5th game.
She made herself very difficult to get around there.
It's amazing what the hips can do.
Yeah, well played. It's a good little exchange there, both players getting around each other in a tight
9-5.
vicinity. Wow, so impressive this from Annie Al.
Match ball. Miss Au, I need you to give her a clear path. You're clearing into her path.
I don't really think that
After you hit the ball, you're clearing into her path.
comment
You
from
need
the
to give her
ref was necessary.
half the ball. 10-5 match ball.
Well, 5 match balls for Annie Al. She'll definitely have this as her biggest win
Oh,
of her
absolutely.
career if she does close this out.
She'll be pumped for the win. Oh. I'm sure any opening in the middle of the court, she's going to be looking to put that away.
Well, she's just
And
going to
out.
hope that she can set up that backhand.
6-10
She can set up
match
the backhand
ball.
drop. She'll back herself.
Down.
Ooh,
She'd
I
been
thought,
better off taking the volley
I
on.
thought she was going to take the
7-10
volley.
match ball.
Bit passive there.
Slightly snatchy there. I think that was her going for a cheap, quick winner.
Just stayed in.
Oh, she's
and
done
there
it.
it is.
Well,
11-7 match.
that is a
Au.
huge win
2
for
games
Annie
to
Al.
2.
It's taken her 18
11-5,
times
11-5
on the PSA World
10-12,
Tour before she's got this
8-11,
victory
11-7
against Nicole David. You can see exactly what it means to her. 3-2. She's beaten Nicole David. 56 minutes. It was 11-5, 11-5, 10-12, 8-11. And then somehow she managed to get it back in that 5th and took it out 11-7.
Well, Annie's going to be very pleased with that win. She managed to regroup and get herself back into form like she did in the first 2 games with the lob drop that won her the first 2 games. Drop shots were on point. Nicole scurrying around and had some great shots of her own, but it was just too many winners by Annie, and Annie too fired up, and she just scored her first win over Nicole, so Annie moves into the quarterfinals.
Annie, it's taken 18 matches, but you finally have got your first win over Nicole David on one of the biggest stages here at the US Open. You must feel tremendous.
Yeah, it's my first time I have a win in this court. Yeah, so many times play on this court, and it's my first win. And playing Nicole, finally I can beat her once. Yeah.
You got up 2-love. You were lobbing and dropping superbly. Nicole takes the next 2 back. What words did you get from your coach, Chris Robinson, before the 5th?
He kept telling me not to be rushed, stick to my own game plan, because like the 3rd and 4th game, I'm leading like 8-4, and the 4th game is like 5-3 up, and then suddenly I just play few mistakes, so I keep telling myself to be patient and patient. Yeah.
Well, you've treated the crowd to such a special match. Annie Au under the quarterfinals here at the 2017 US Open Squash Championships.